We got a bunch of us in here, so if you guys can, all these in front of us are microphones, and that's what we use to record, so we can get the minutes. So background noise, these things are really sensitive. They'll pick up the background noise pretty good. So be patient with us. I know there's a bunch of us in here. So the agenda you guys see today, I'm going to kind of bounce around until we get to the swearing in, and then Mayor Hutchison's going to run the rest of the meeting from there. We just have some old business to take care of. We're live? All right, it is 5:33. This is the date and time for the Middleton City Council meeting. Jenica, can we have a roll call, please?
Council President Kaiser.
Here.
Councilmember Huggins.
Here.
Councilmember Murray.
Here.
Councilmember O'Mara.
Here.
If you'd all please join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, our invocation tonight is from Pastor David Axe.
Bow your heads in prayer with me. Heavenly Father, we approach tonight not lightly, Lord, not out of just redundancy, but Lord, truly asking, Lord, as humbly as we can for wisdom and understanding. Lord, your word declares that a house divided cannot stand. But also with that promise, Father, is that should we approach you in humility, there is grace to be found. And so we ask, much like what Benjamin Franklin recognized at the beginning of our great nation, that as the scripture declares that a sparrow cannot fall to the ground without your notice, there is no probability that an empire could rise without your aid. Lord, all that our city has undergone in the years gone by, and Lord, all that's before us, we need your aid. And so bring great unity and vision, understanding, humility. Lord, it's the fear of you that brings wisdom. And so we ask more than ever before that you would guide, come upon our mayor and this council, that what's before us would truly be the best that's yet to come. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. All right, first up, Mrs. Cross, you want to?
So, council, I wasn't here the last council meeting when it's actually Carrie's last day, or it's day today. So I had written this little tribute, and it was in the minutes that I needed to read it tonight. So she was recognized the last council meeting, and she's going to get recognized this council meeting. It was in the minutes. So tonight we would like to recognize an extraordinary individual who has dedicated an impressive 12 years of her life in service to the city of Middleton. Carrie Huggins, a name synonymous with leadership, dedication, and progress, leaves an indelible mark on Middleton's history as she steps away from her role on the city council. Carrie's journey has been one of unwavering commitment to the betterment of the community. Elected to 3 different terms, she has been a critical decision maker and leader, guiding Middleton through a period of unprecedented growth and change. Over the course of her tenure, our city's population has doubled, a testament to both its appeal and the sound governance provided by Carrie. One of Carrie's many accomplishments lie in the creation of Middleton Police Department. Keeping Middleton safe has been at the forefront of her priorities, ensuring Middleton remains a safe and thriving community. Carrie never missed an opportunity to serve. She played a pivotal role in preserving Middleton's rich history. Her service on the Historical Society of Middleton and her involvement in the creation and transformation of the museum and trolley station event center have ensured that our past remains a vibrant part of our present. Carrie also continues to serve on the Urban Renewal District, where she will help shape the city's future. Carrie's commitment to walkability, connectivity, and community is truly remarkable. She fully supported and helped implement the Middleton Connects plan, bringing neighborhoods, schools, parks, and downtown together in a harmonious network. Under her leadership, the city's connectivity plan expanded, giving rise to miles of pathways, new playgrounds, a skate park, a splash pad, and a farmer's market. Carrie has always had a sweet spot for the Middleton Library, ensuring it had the resources needed to serve the community. Under Carrie's guidance, the wastewater treatment plant underwent crucial upgrades, keeping the city compliant and prepared for growth. Additionally, her tenure witnessed major improvements in the city's transportation, parks, and water systems. Carrie Huggins has been more than a public servant. She has been a steward of Middleton's future. Her decisions, marked by wisdom and compassion, have consistently reflected the best interests of the community. As we bid farewell to this chapter in Middleton's history, let us express our deepest gratitude to Carrie for her tireless service, visionary leadership, and enduring commitment to making Middleton the remarkable city it is today. Carrie, your legacy will endure in the hearts of Middleton residents for generations to come. May your future endeavors be as bright as the path you've illuminated for Middleton. Thank you for your years of selfless service, and may you continue to inspire us all.
No, I feel like I should drag this along, make you stay a little longer. All right, council, in front of us, we have an agenda posted January 2nd at 5:09 p.m. Any questions? All right, hearing none, I move we approve the second amended agenda posted January 2nd at 5:09 p.m.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We're going to jump down to the consent agenda. Consider approving minutes for City Council December 20th. Consider ratifying payroll for December 29th. Consider approving accounts payable through December 22nd. Council, question on the consent agenda.
Council President Kaiser,
Councilwoman Huggins?
you reviewed the accounts payable?
Yes.
Anything?
No. Standard business, truck coming, one of the trucks we approved finally came in, so money's headed that way, Mountain Home Auto Ranch. Other than that, standard routine business, that was the only thing that jumped out at me, was new. Wasn't expecting that one, but the rest is on there. As usual. Any other questions? All right, then I move we approve consent agenda items A, B, and C.
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, let's jump up to our first action item. That'll be the swearing in of Jackie Hutchison as mayor and Tim O'Meara and Mark Christiansen as city council members. Ms. Frost. Start with our mayor.
Where would you like to stand? For those of you with, right up here in front of the,
You want to go up here?
yeah.
Well, let's get out of the way, council.
Can't sit side by side, they won't let us. Here, you take my chair. Right there, good.
We're gonna just start with mayor and
There you
then
go.
we'll do
Yeah,
you
that sounds
and
good.
then Mark. Okay. I, Jackie Hutchison,
I, Jackie Hutchison,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Idaho
and the state of Idaho,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Middleton,
the laws and ordinances of the city of Middleton,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of mayor
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of mayor
for the city of Middleton,
for the city of Middleton,
Idaho,
Idaho,
according to my best ability.
according to my best ability.
Well then, I would hug you, but I am sick.
So, do you all hear me? I have a small, short statement. It is the way I talk in real life, and that is short and abrupt. Okay? I want to thank my family that happens to be here tonight. I want to thank all the wonderful families that invited me to their homes and hundreds of passionate, caring new friends I made along the way, and I will cry. And I am requesting that my statement become a part of the meeting minutes tonight, word for word. During the last 5 months, the voters and I narrowed down the must-haves for my first year in office. That's all of you, well, many of you. Raises for our police officers, make changes to the building codes to slow down the growth to a manageable pace, install a signal at 44 in Lansing, Highway 44 in Duff. And I promise to deliver the opportunities to the citizens of Middleton to hear from Idaho Department of Transportation, but the opportunity to bring back the bypass, also known as the alternative route. We as citizens and voters must decide: bypass, alternative route, or widening of Highway 44, which will start at 25 months, one or the other. A meeting will be held January 11th of 2024 at the middle school at 5 o'clock. I encourage everyone to attend and let your voices be heard. I received 68% of the vote. The people spoke in a landslide. I invite the City Council to work with me to achieve what the people want. I invite the City Council to understand that my loyalty is to the voters of this city and not to get reelected. I ask the voters of Middleton, if I don't do the people's work, recall me. If the City Council doesn't do the people's work, recall them. The City of Middleton does not have 5 or 10 years to get it right. The time is now. I want to thank each and every one of these people that attended tonight. My heart is so full. Jackie Hutchison, Mayor of Middleton.
I, Tim O'Meara,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the state of Idaho,
the state of Idaho,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Middleton,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Middleton,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of city council member
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of city council member
for the city of Middleton, Idaho,
for the city of Middleton, Idaho,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Thank you. I'll keep this short and sweet. Thanks.
I like that.
I, Mark Christiansen,
I, Mark Christiansen,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Idaho,
and the state of Idaho,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Middleton,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Middleton,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of city council member
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of city council member
for the city of Middleton, Idaho,
for the city of Middleton, Idaho,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. Thank you.
And
I didn't know that I was supposed to have a prepared speech, so I won't, a little longer than yours. I love the city of Middleton. We have a great community here, and we have a lot of things to be proud of. And it is an ominous position to be in, to bring those things forward and to do the things that are right for our community, as Jackie has said. I think that, well, I have been involved in a lot of city council meetings and things over the last, 7 years or so. I've been involved in a lot of things, and I love this community dearly, and I love the people here. We all have a special thing that we should all be proud of. Thank you very much.
Take Carrie's.
I can go back up.
Others?
Okay.
So at this
Thanks,
point,
David.
I believe I take over.
Yep.
And
Big shoes, Mike.
the first information item is to discuss the draft for the school ordinance by Councilmember Murray.
Do you want to talk, Rob, or do you want me to, or Doug?
Go ahead and kick it off.
So we've been working on this in one form or another since fall last year. Well, not last year, no, fall year before last. Now it's a new year. And we are, I believe, ready to bring it to planning and zoning, which it has to go through first, followed by city council next month. We missed our publication date for public notice for it for this month. This ordinance, if passed, will tie residential development to school capacity. So any developer who wants to build within the boundaries of our two overcrowded elementary schools will not be able to if the capacity of that school is over 110%. That authority is given to us in LUPA. Do you remember the
Councilor, I have to pull up the exact citation, but it's in Title 67.
I don't either. But that's the goal of it. Rob, do you want to add anything?
We've been searching for a long time for a way, so understand through LUPA laws, and Idaho is a huge property rights state, that our hands were tied in a lot of developments. And Councilman Murray found this in LUPA kind of tucked away. And so we're the first to try it. No other city has done it before. So we're going to see how this rolls. But it's the first tool that we could find in our toolbox to kind of help our school district out as best we can by slowing things down a little bit so they can get caught up. So, Douglas, you got anything to add?
Mayor and Council, I don't have anything to add. If I'm happy to answer questions if you have them. So.
Council, questions for our attorneys?
I just had one question, and that was, when enacted, how will this affect existing developments that are not yet completed?
Does not apply to anything to which the DA has been signed for, yes.
So, Mayor and Councilman O'Meara, Councilman Mary, this is a preliminary plat requirement. So it would apply at the preliminary plat stage. Preliminary plat's already been approved, then this wouldn't impact anything where the plat's been approved.
Okay, so what we're basically saying is that the 3,200 lots that are already designed and built are completely able to add to our school districts until such time as they're completed and we are working on new plats. I just want to make sure that the public realizes that this is not going to stop growth right now.
So,
it's still coming.
Mayor, Councilman O'Meara, this will not apply to anything that's already been through the plat process. That is correct. So if something's through the platting process, this particular ordinance wouldn't impact those lots.
Thank you. It is a good tool in our toolbox. So.
May I speak?
Certainly.
I have a couple questions. I had a chance on Monday to visit with Councilmember Murray, and one of the items that came up was the chance of this to go to litigation. And since we already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars recently in other litigation, before we take that next step, I was wondering if we, from what I understood from Councilman Murray, our present attorney, city attorney, feels that we have a good opportunity legally to get this through. But since we're the first city in Idaho to take this on, there's also that opportunity for litigation. So in my mind, perhaps we could get two other outside sources in attorneys to give their opinion in a paragraph, And I wanted to add to that, that I thought, in addition to Councilmember Murray, that perhaps Councilmember Mark Christiansen could take this on together as a team, since he's also so good at this type of item. And in addition to that, keep the cost, cap it at $1,000 and make that stick unless the council agrees to lift that cap of $1,000 for those visits with 2 attorneys. It was a suggestion.
Council thoughts?
It's a reasonable request.
Another set of eyes never heard anything.
No, absolutely not.
Do you have an attorneys in mind if you're thinking 2?
I know attorneys, but I would never suggest them as a mayor.
All righty. Then we will be on the hunt for some attorneys.
Or if Mr. Christiansen agrees to take this on, and Councilmember Murray take this on, perhaps they could find them. I mean, I know attorneys. I mean, I could name one right off the bat, but as a mayor, I don't want to suggest my attorney or my friends.
Understood. Councilman Christiansen, are you up for the task?
Sure.
Councilman Murray? Okay. So it's my understanding that the publication, this will go to next month's planning and zoning.
After publishing in the Statesman, I believe, is our paper of record.
Okay. And Douglas, help me out here. Planning and zoning, sure, just a recommendation body?
I'm just wondering if you were wanting your opinion before you published or not.
I would like the opinion.
Okay.
For the reputation of the city, I would like the opinion before we moved ahead, so that if the council feels that we need to table it for more information, they have that opportunity before the notice goes out to, we want it to happen in a timely manner, but we also want to go through the steps to avoid any mishaps.
Okay. Timeline.
How long before the planning and zoning can be published under the updated code, the electronic publication?
Mayor, Councilman, I'd have to get with Roberta to see exactly what the deadline would be, but we can circle back and provide you and Mr. Christiansen with that information, so it gives you a timeline.
It'd be late in the month though, right? It's pretty...
I would believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I would also like to add that we go outside of the city of Middleton and perhaps even outside the county of Canyon to get our second and third, our first and second opinion. My hope is to keep this quiet until the council decides to move forward.
So, Mayor Hutchinson, just to be clear, so you want these action items taken care of before we present the city, or to planning and zoning, am I hearing that correctly?
I would like that, yes, please, council member.
All right, so we have a direction. Let us know so we can get it back on the agenda ASAP. All right.
Okay, discussion item number 2, consider unappointing Hamilton, Michelson, and Hilty LLP, appointing Jorgensen Law as the city attorney. This was my idea, but I am an Embers person. And the contract that we have with the attorney, law firm, in 2021,
if you go to page 3, it says that the month of May, in the amount of 4403, so they're gonna cap it at 4403 and add on certain other services. And then the contract in 2023 said the cap would be at 7,955, which was somewhere in the 40s thousands difference per year. And my concern is that the city could spend that money elsewhere. And in the letter that the attorneys and the city of Middleton signed at that time, they stated that the previous year they had acquired and accrued so many legal issues that they felt they needed to raise their price. Well, my concern is what has happened in the past is the past, and I don't want the city to pay for past issues and financial issues that acquired on the law firm's I'm sorry it happened, but I don't want to pay for it in the next 4 years. I don't have a relationship with you. I'm open to it as a mayor. I do have a relationship with Chris Jorgensen. He's was a previous city attorney, and he's wanting to charge a $200 an hour fee. And when the opportunity should arise, he would have to get approval according to his contract through council for any additional fees. And so that's, okay.
Council, questions, discussion? If I believe right, the current contract is capped hours, which equates to $195 per hour for 40, correct me, 1, 2, 3, somewhere in there.
62.
60.
Well, somewhat, wasn't it 60? Originally, in the original contract, they thought they would only have 40 hours or so a month, and it ended up being, in the past, more.
In the past, yeah, but in the current contract states 42 or 3 hours, I believe. I can't see that part down the glass. So they move from $185 to $195 per hour with an estimated of 43 hours per month going forward. And that's handling everything from police to city to all of that above.
Ordinances.
Ordinances, yeah, resolutions, all of those things within that estimated 43 hours per month. Middleton, German, average of 62 hours. So are we, let me get my calculator out, I can't do math in my head. Give me just a second.
Well, it's about a 50% increase in hours and a double price.
Mayor Hutchinson? I got some figures here on the
Okay.
actual monthlies, if you'd like them.
Yes, please.
This from Wendy, just repeating which I've been told. Prior, April 2021 is when the previous changeover occurred. The monthly for the months, 12 months prior to that was $55.34.65. I don't know what the hourly rate was for Jorgensen at that time. So in order to do a fair comparison of the number of hours times the current rate to bring it to today, I don't have that. The average for 2023 for the current attorney services was $7,955. So again, with bringing the average to bear, we need the number of hours that Jorgensen had and bring it to his current $200 rate and try to compare the yearly expenses that we have incurred for 2023 and compare it to what it was prior to April 2021. The 2024 will not see a rate increase. We anticipate $790 or $7,955 per month, which is what I think you said already. So I just wanted to add that.
Mayor Hutchinson. It is suggested here that you would like to bring Mr. Jorgensen's office back as city attorney. And it is my understanding that we removed Jorgensen's law due to a conflict of interest with the city of Star, as he represented both cities at that time, which was why we brought on Hamilton and Michelson at that point. What you're suggesting would mean that anything that Hamilton and Michelson, which is currently working with us and has drafted for us, would have to be reviewed and reorchestrated most likely by Jorgensen law. I can't see the need to pay another attorney to do the same job twice.
I do recall when Mr. Jorgensen was counsel for Star and Middleton, and that had been the case for many years. And the change happened when we entered into the lawsuit with Star.
Correct.
And he suggested it didn't happen, and he tried to point out the reasons why. And that is past, and I wasn't mayor, and I'm sure the mayor at the time had his very good reasons, and I understand that. My concern is just the financial part. I won't say I'm a penny pincher, but when it comes to tax dollars, I'm going to try to find as many of those tax dollars to accomplish what I'd like. And this was one of those small tools. $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in my mind is a substantial amount, and it can always be negotiated.
Thank you.
Mayor Hutchinson and President Kaiser. I did forget to mention one important part. Hamilton, Michelson, Hilty, first year's average was $5,250 as compared to $5,534 for the other. But do you did it have an estimate of the number of hours that you would propose for your Jorgensen?
I'm not going to predict the future.
Okay.
That's good.
How many attorneys work for Mr. Jorgensen?
He is a single person and doesn't send anybody else except himself. And he is still the lawyer for Star and a few other cities.
Well, per your request, I reached out and spoke with Mr. Jorgensen, so the council knows. Mr. Jorgensen indicated to me he's not looking necessarily for a job. We talked about what had happened prior, but that he also would have potential conflicts on Wednesday that we would need to work through with him. That time, since he's filled that time slot with other things apparently now, or occasional things or whatever. There's something that he does. We didn't discuss what it was. Just so council's aware. I can say that with our current attorneys, not only do we get the land use side, we get human resource, and litigation within the current attorneys that we have. With Mr. Jorgensen, as stated, because it is just him. He doesn't have other attorneys to bring that expertise in, if you will. So, a lot to chew on right there. I would be curious to see that. We'll have to get with Wendy and get a cost comparison, so we can compare numbers, dollars to dollars, charge rates, all that stuff. Come on.
I'm good. The council wants to vote or whatever, I'm good.
It's
Information.
not an action item.
Oh,
Not an
okay.
action. So we'll revisit this when we have a little more info.
Darn.
Excellent.
So now you get to do the fun stuff.
This is what I'm so looking forward to, is the swearing in of Officer Noah Palmer. Do you want to step forward, sir?
Typically they go right down here.
Right over here.
Right in the middle, just in front. And then we'll bring it up together a second. Exit stage right.
Hey, just the right amount.
Perfect amount of velocity.
He couldn't do that again, he tried.
No, probably not.
Ready? I, Noah Palmer,
Thank you.
I, Noah Palmer,
so don't solemnly affirm that
solemnly affirm that
I will honor and uphold the United States Constitution,
I will honor and uphold the United States Constitution,
the Constitution of the State of Idaho,
the Constitution of the State of Idaho,
and the laws and ordinances of the City of Middleton.
and the laws and ordinances of the City of Middleton.
I will faithfully perform the duties of a Middleton police officer
I will faithfully perform the duties of a Middleton police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
I will enforce laws courteously and without partiality or hypocrisy. I will enforce laws courteously
I will enforce laws courteously
and without partiality and hypocrisy.
and without partiality and hypocrisy.
And I will be an example
And I will be an example
of obeying the city rules and laws.
and of obeying the city rules and laws.
Congratulations.
Mayor, if I may. And Noah, congratulations, welcome aboard, and on behalf of the Middleton Police Department and the City of Middleton, I'd like to call your wife up to pin your badge on you.
Thank you, Chief.
What we've done historically is we just take a quick one right back here. Yeah. Put him in the middle and maybe line up people on both ends.
Okay, let's switch the height here now. I need one more person.
Your crowd up there.
I think it's gonna be on me. Get cozy. Cheese. 1, 2, 3, look this way.
There it is.
Which one?
Look at Reagan.
Which one?
Okay, I got like 50 of them. Okay. There's gotta be more.
Perfect. I'm gonna use the those.
Those ones are getting close, so just saying. Traditional
meet outside? Yeah.
Thought we lost Rob there for a second, he just died a second. Oh, I just wouldn't like Yeah. I was looking for it when you're coming back.
He seems like a nice guy. He's gonna be a great addition.
Sure, yeah.
Just, it's for the survey.
Okay.
There's a bunch in the back.
Yeah. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. As you guys go in the back, apparently you take a picture of that. I'm not very technology savvy, so take a picture of that. And it'll take you to a link on the for a survey on our comprehensive plan update. So since we have so many of us tonight, I would highly encourage you guys to do so, please, and share so that they can, others will do it as well. It's how we get our feedback. Thank you. One survey per person, I'm told. Councilman Murray?
For anyone who's not aware, the comprehensive plan is the foundation on which the future of this town will grow. Whether it be residential, commercial, industrial, it's all based on that comprehensive plan. So don't just walk by, pick it up, do your little scan, go to the website, whatever it has, and go do it.
And be involved in the community meetings that they're gonna be having. That's everybody's opportunity to have their voice heard in how the Bible or how the blueprint of Middleton is going to turn out. You can do it through that link right there. It's also on the Middleton City webpage, the link to the survey. If you aren't able to get the picture there. So please, please, everybody, this is your chance to be involved in your own city's growth. And please do.
We are going to go to public comments, and I wanted tonight to be about you, and I wanted to hear from you on what you would like for me to accomplish over the next 4 years. Only 11 people signed up, so I think the rest of you don't want me to accomplish anything. No. So the first person is Marty Denham. Yes, there is a time limit of 3 minutes, and please state your address.
Yes.
And your name.
I'll try to keep my comments short. So, Marty Denham, 25381 Kempton Drive. My comments tonight are hopefully brief and of general nature, and so maybe partially answering your question, Mayor Hutchison. So, Council and Mayor, thank you. Thank you so much for the privilege to have this opportunity to talk for any and all of us, for myself especially right now at this moment. We came here about 4 years ago, and we love Middleton, and we've made friends here. We have a lot of friends here. Many of them are here tonight. We go to church here. My parents came here about 3 months ago, and they loved it. I mean, you guys got 4 stars. So Middleton is a beautiful place. Rolling hills and pastures and farmland mixed with this community, and we're proud to be a part of it, so thank you. I am especially proud tonight to know Mayor Hutchison and to see what you can accomplish as mayor. I'm excited that for your drive and your goals. There'll be a lot more to say on that. I do support the bypass as you do, so I will say that tonight, but I'm sure we'll have a chance to talk about that again later. I've met, I think, at one time or another, each and every one of you, except I don't think I've talked with Tim O'Meara yet, but I casually chatted with Mark Christiansen in the grocery store the other day, and that's what I love about Middleton. Just we're a community. So it's wonderful, and I had a great chat with you. And that's really all I wanted to say. I'm excited that you two are on board. I'm excited to see what you guys will accomplish this year. And I'm rooting for increased transparency. I love the new proposition to slow down growth rate a little bit based on our schools. So, again, thank you.
Number 2, Tyson Sparrow. Your name and your address.
Tyson Sparrow, 211 Campbell Street, Middleton, Idaho. I just wanted to congratulate you, Mayor Hutchinson, on a campaign well done, and welcome you as the mayor of Middleton. I did write down that I wanted to speak on the topic of the attorney. One thing that I like Chris Jorgensen. He used to be the city attorney for a while when Darren was the mayor. One thing that, because I want to see you be successful as the mayor of this town. This is just counsel from one person to another person. Because of the amount of time you spent talking about him counseling you during your campaign, it would seem very much like a quid pro quo thing if he was to be appointed and we were to fire the attorneys that are on board. So, more of anything, I would like the council to take that into consideration, because I want nothing but success for you. I don't want you to have any issues like that from any other bodies here in town. As far as the council or the school ordinance, great idea. It's always awesome to have another set of eyes. That's why I think our current attorneys, the 3 of them, are doing a very good job. That was my only comment. I just want to wish you the best, and I don't want you to have that perception that quick. You know what I mean? Appreciate you.
Teresa Denham. Please state your name and address.
Teresa Denham, 25381 Kimpton Drive. For starters, thank you guys all for everything that you've done for us, and thank you, Mayor Jackie Hutchison, for running for mayor. I think this town is ready for a change that reflects what the people in this community have as a desire in our hearts. I think many of us moved here. We moved from a beautiful town called Bend, Oregon. To come from Bend, Oregon to Middleton, Idaho, some people would say is a step down. We chose it as a step up. We felt that this community was a community that cared about the people, that cared about the culture of our community, and I am really excited to have a mayor who I feel looks at the culture of the overall community, and a city council who hopefully can look at the whole picture of this community and what made this community great in the first place and what made it why people come here. As a real estate agent, I see people choose this town over Meridian, over Boise, over Cuna. Why? Because we are a community of larger lots. We have a community that seems to be more cohesive as far as having a culture of our own that doesn't look just like Boise or doesn't look just like San Francisco or LA, where they came from. They came here for a reason. Let's give them a reason to stay, please. And I thank you for your vision, Mayor Hutchison. I thank you guys for your vision. I've spoken to almost every one of you, and I appreciate the things that you are doing and have stepped up in the last several months, and I hope to see more of that. Thank you. Any questions?
Mike Graffi.
Great.
Graffi?
Great.
Mike,
Just
great.
great. Just great.
You'll come to know that one.
1889 Ridgeway, Mike Grave. Graffi.
Good one.
1889 Ridgeway, Middleton. I too have a concern. I know Jorgensen from the past and whatever. I have no problems with him or anything, but it was brought up at that time when the change was made, that potential conflict of interest, and where we have Star encroaching in our area of impact and stuff already, and there has already been a lawsuit on that. I just can't see how the attorney for Star being the same as the attorney for Middleton can't be a conflict of interest. That was expressed as a problem back then, and I don't see what's changed. Other than we're bringing him back, if that's the case. And I support the attorneys we have. I think they've done a good job, and I just think they've done a good job. As far as the rest of it goes, I made a presentation to Planning and Zoning and City Council on density. And I had pictures and the whole ball of wax, and it should be in the record. And that was, we based density and stuff on our codes, and the code states 8,000 square foot minimum lot size in an R3. Well, that's not a true statement in one respect. When we do density, we go on a total acreage of what the development is. That includes the sidewalks, the streets, the right-of-ways, the ditches, all that other stuff. And the developers are getting credit for that as acreage to figure out the number of houses per acre. It happened, and it has happened in the past. It's pretty near and dear to me. We lived here, moved here 9 years ago, and the development we're in, our house is on a 5,000 some odd square feet. Toll Brothers has done the same thing, and it's got nothing to do with you guys because that was before. I understand that. But we got to start, change the code to where it's buildable acreage, not gross acreage on the development that's being presented to you. That's, if you want to try and do something, that's the thing that needs to be done. Or I don't care what you do, or how excited you get, or what you put on Facebook, or any of the rest of it. Unless we change the codes, there ain't nothing gonna change. And we're gonna end up with 8,000 square feet. The reality of it is, if you divide 44,300, I'll be done in a second, 44,000 some odd square feet by 4, it damn sure ain't 800 square feet. It's more like 12 or 14,000 square feet for the lot. And that's what needs to be reevaluated.
Thank you.
Mike, where are you going? What happened to your beard?
Well, it's a new year. And my wife kind of said,
They'll always get you,
Mike. Been together 51 years, if you want to make it 52, clean it up.
Irene Ayers. You Renee? Oh. Dominic Brandon.
Here you go.
Patty Crawford.
Patty Crawford, 8359 Spring Creek Way, Middleton. First, I'd like to congratulate Mayor Hutchinson and the new members of the City Council to your positions. And I want to honor the fact that you're here for us, the people of Middleton. The voters have spoken, and I think that we spoke loudly and we spoke very clearly that we wanted a change. Mayor Hutchinson, you came in at over 68%. We've asked you to represent us. We've asked the board to represent us, and we are willing and want to work behind you. And with that representation that you represent us, we have some expectations. And the first expectation is we want you to represent us. We want you to listen to our comments And don't ask for comments after you've taken the vote. Ask for my comments before you vote. I want you to listen to what we have to say. We're working together for the common good, and I want to be part of that common good, and I know that you want to be part of the common good. Not all decisions are going to be easy, but as a member of the city council and the mayor, we expect you to support the decisions once they're made. No longer are you an individual voice, you're part of a team. Compromise and support the decision of the team. Middleton will be the beneficiary of that. And I'd like to commend Dave Murray for the ordinance to look at our schools. You know I'm here for the schools, and I represent that. We have 2,800 schools on the homes approved right now. That's over 1,600 new students that we're bringing into our district. I commend you for your action on the ordinance, and we look forward to supporting you. Again, congratulations. Listening is a key asset for all of you, and your decisions are no longer your decisions. There are decisions as a community, and we are a community here, and we are here to support you, and we want to thank you.
I'm going to say your name anyways. Mike Galloway.
I'll concur with Patty.
Mark and Jennifer Rasmussen.
Hi. I just wanted to welcome you and
Your name and address.
I'm Minnie.
Name and address.
Jennifer Rasmussen, 1032 North Buffalo Way. I just wanted to first of all welcome you, and we really look forward to your vision and your persistence and your eagerness. I know that I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the next 4 years, and I just wanted to thank you.
Carlene.
Hi, before I start, could I get a reminder before my time started of the test of the election results? You know, how many percentage? You guys have that? No?
Give me a second, I can pull it up from a past agenda.
Just to kind of remind us all.
Could you state your name and address for the record, please?
It's Carlene D., 1031 Overland Trail.
Thank you.
Is my time still going?
No, sorry, I'll start, just a second.
Your time can start when she's got it.
Did you do that on the?
If you want to say at the end, that's fine too.
Let's do that.
Sorry.
Okay, I'd like to first welcome Mayor Jackie Hutchinson. It's nice to have you. Fresh of breath air, someone we don't have to worry about dishonesty or corruption. With that said, before Rule was mayor, I used to go to planning and city council meetings. When I first started, there was only 3 of us who attended the meetings regularly. At that time, more and more people started showing up and playing an active role in the community's best interest. There was a moment in time when a certain builder showed their hand in some shady dealings. Ugliness started to creep in. I was able to put together one of the largest city council meetings at the Trolley. There was over 110 people and state representatives banding together and showing their concerns of the deception happening in Middleton. This changed everything. During that time, the city council and planning department actually showed their integrity, leadership, and working for the people who elected them. This is not true today. When Rule came into office, codes were changed to suit the builder's needs. Some of the city's leadership turned to look the other way, and raises were given to those good old boys, and the community's whispers, this good old boys club begins. Mayor Rule didn't listen to the townspeople and even told me to my face during a meeting that he would do as he pleased, and even if that need be, he could just make a closed meeting and make the needed changes there without my interference. The city council followed suit. The Good Old Boys Club formed stronger than ever. Integrity was lost with the city council and the planning department as well, and those who ran an office at the city council. The builders flocked in knowing that they had virgin ground to do as they pleased, because they had those that were willing to fall to their knees and look the other way and forget about their duties of the people why they joined this community and their commitment and honesty to God. With our current city council president, Rob Kaiser, leading the way, the city council methods, ethics have fallen by the wayside. Kaiser has shown his lack of judgment. He is also known for driving under the influence, physically assaulting a child, and verbally assaulting children. I have been told that someone currently on our city council member or our planning department will not work with the elected Jackie Mayor Hutchinson. This shows that you do not care about our community's best interest. I have also heard some current, let me be clear, I and most 70% of the city mayor has 110% of her vote. I'm almost done, it's just some big writing. Jackie still is elected for the good old, Jackie is still elected, even though the good old boys were able to persuade Tyson to lead the direction for running for city council in the 12th hour. As we know, this was an attempt to take away votes for Mayor Hutchinson so Rule can reign and rule our town.
Time is up.
Okay.
Thank you.
So basically what I'm saying is things have to change. We don't mind as a people to recall and start recalls if need be. Thank you.
Mike McDougall,
How do I follow that?
name and address, please.
Mike McDougall, 13037 Greenwell Lane, Caldwell, Idaho. Okay, wow. So I guess I just want to say welcome. I'm excited about this tenure, and I also want to say that I have enjoyed all my conversations with this board and with planning and zoning, and I look forward to more. I look forward to participation. I'm excited to see a room full of people that are interested in their community and want to participate. Still recovering. Anyway, I'm going to look forward. I don't know about all this other stuff, but I am going to look forward and say this is a group of people that have their city's best interests in mind. David, I appreciate and what you and Rob have put together. That's some good stuff, that we would look at our schools and say, hey, we don't have room for your communities. You want to help get that going, but we're gonna find a way. Obviously, if our schools suck, no one's gonna want to live here, and the quality of life's gonna go down. And our livability, as Ray Waltman has a term, our livability of this community, is in jeopardy when that situation occurs. So, yeah, I just want to say I look forward to more meetings. I look forward to meeting you guys all more and getting to know everybody a little more and just continuing to participate. I look forward to groups like this in which the participation is high and that people speak eloquently and respectfully about their thoughts on the matters. And Mayor Hutchinson, welcome, and I'm excited about the next 4 years.
Thank you. So that is the end of public comments. You want to sign?
I'll go after him.
You want to step up and sign, and is there anybody else so we can finalize this list? Jeremy Rudolph. Name and address.
Jeremy Rudolph, 507 Triumph Drive, here in Middleton. First off, definitely wanted to congratulate all the folks who won in the election. Jackie, congratulations. Mark, congratulations. Tim, congratulations again.
Thank you.
And thank you for continuing to serve our city. Really greatly appreciate that. I also want to thank the voters for showing up in numbers and turning out. We were able to pass the liquor by the drink law, which I think is going to be very, very good for this town. I would want to ask everybody in this room to just make sure that, you know, that people drive responsibly after leaving an establishment. Really want to push that on our folks and make sure we're all looking out for each other and for this community. David, Rob, thank you guys for putting together the new I'm gonna call it an education bill. It's probably not the right thing, but thank you for putting that together. We need this. This community needs this more than ever. I think a lot of us believe that it will help slow growth in this town, and it is a very good thing for this town. Mark, if you could please help with expediting I think you were designated to expedite the choosing of the attorneys so we can get this publicly listed and noticed and move this through. I don't think the people of Middleton want to wait for this one. We want to move this through very quickly. Yeah, Tim, thanks again for all your support for this town. Really appreciate it.
It's actually not a question, it's just kind of a response to the general understanding of this ordinance. The effect will be slowing growth, but that is not the intention. In the state of Idaho, under Article 9, I always want to make sure I get that right, Article 9 of the Idaho State Constitution guarantees every child in the state the right to an education. So the goal is not slowing growth, that is a byproduct of. The goal is to protect the quality of education that we deliver to our kids. I just want to clarify that on the record.
Thank you.
Todd, I'll do it for you. Own you, Benny.
You're gonna
Name
learn
and
that one too,
address.
I guess, right? Rob's shaking his head like.
I still can't do it.
No, I just wanted to come up here and say that there's a few of us that put in, Todd and Benny, 1973 Scotch Pine in Middleton. There was a collective group of people that got together during election time and, tried to make their voices heard and through different facets of social media and things like that. And that's going to continue to happen. I'm not shy to say that I was one of them. And I'm sure that most of you guys, if not all of you, saw some of that me and Mr. McDougal here did. And those are going to continue. So we would like to work with you guys in getting out like a state of the city, state of the town, whatever you want to call it. This town suffers from a lack of easily accessible information. So when I was doing those videos, I spent 300 to 400 hours going through city minutes for 5 years to put together some of the stuff that I did for that. Now to have to go back through and figure out through city minutes of city council meetings some of the most basic information that you could possibly ask for is quite honestly absurd. So we need a better way for people to go and find this information. It would make Curtis's job a lot easier. It would make the mayor's job a lot easier. And it would make everybody else's opinions of what's going on here probably a lot better. So we're willing to help with that. If you guys are willing to help us, I would do interviews, do whatever you want to do, provide us with information. But to go back and find this information through city minutes for years and years, it's almost an impossible task. I made it as possible as I could with the short amount of time that we had, but that was pretty much it. So we would like to help continue this little wave of change that we seem to be experiencing in this town. And keep it on a positive note rather than a negative note. I'm personally, like, I try to be as positive as I can. I've had my own issues with the city. I won't even go into that. I don't know if I'm done with that yet, but you have to take a positive spin on everything that you go into in life, and so if we can take whatever's happened here and push it towards the positive, we'd like to help with that. So that was pretty much it.
Thank you.
Good?
Greg Baker, name and address.
My name is Greg Baker, 9863 Meadow Park Boulevard. First of all, welcome. I'm sure you'll do great. Welcome to you also. Kudos to you. This ordinance you want to do, that's a wonderful thing for the students, for the kids, for an education in this school district. This is a wonderful tool for that. You have to exclude purple sage, though. There's reasons for that, and I think you know about it, so when you do that, exclude them. But thank you very much.
Teresa K-L-I-N-G or Z or S?
E-R, Teresa Klinger.
Oh, I got Teresa. Your name and address, please.
Hi, my name is Teresa Klinger, and I live at 24547 Blackbird Street, Middleton. And I just want to say congratulations to Tim and Mark and, of course, Jackie. I'm thrilled and just honored that you're our new mayor. I don't know much about the attorney situation, but I appreciate you having the taxpayers' best interests at heart and just making sure, crossing T's and dotting I's and making sure our money's not being wasted. I was really, really concerned about the direction our city was going, and I feel like Middleton has a really bright future. I'm just tickled pink that Jackie's our mayor and you guys are all gonna be working together and that we're all gonna be really involved. But I wanna thank each and every one of you because I know it's not an easy job. But thank you very much and congratulations.
Janet Gibson. Your name and address.
Janet Gibson, 945 Purvis Way. Again, congratulations to all of you because today marks a new beginning for Middleton. You know, we were really at the precipice of what direction were we going to go, and I'm so enthusiastic about what's to come. Councilman Murray, you're so good at finding all of these little out-of-the-box ways to help Middleton. I think that this out-of-the-box thinking is what we all need to start embracing. If we're the first in the state to do what you're proposing, outstanding. Why don't we be the first in the state to do other things? Like find a way to encourage our farmers when they're selling their property to maybe donate a large portion for parks that our kids desperately need and get them a write-off. Why don't we find different ways to help incentivize businesses to come here, to help incentivize the residents of Middleton to open businesses? There's things that we can do that you can do that will change the course of this city for the better. And people will step back and say, that small town in Idaho did things that no one thought that they could do, and look where they are now 5 years later. That's where we are, and I couldn't be more excited. So thank you all for being here. I hope to see you every time. You'll get used to Mike, you'll get used to that Mike, you'll get used to me. We want to see you guys participate. And when you fill out that comprehensive plan survey, take your time. Don't rush through it, okay? You're setting the course for this city. Thank you.
So at this time, does the council wish to make any comments?
No, that's not.
Well?
Mayor Hutchinson.
Yes, sir.
Could you please reiterate for the public the upcoming ITD meeting on the bypass or existing route changes?
It's on January 11th at the middle school at 5 o'clock. We'll have representatives from ITD, District 4 Highway Department, hoping some of the council members will be there. We'll possibly have maps that are looking at re-engineering the alternate route on a recommendation from Bruce Bank in the Highway District, and which I agreed with. And it's going to be information and questions. I'll be there. You'll have an opportunity to ask very important questions and take them out of the big box and put them into exactly timelines, what if, how come, why now, and why not 20 years ago, and answer your questions about the rumors and really understand what's happening. And I look forward to all of you being there.
If I could mention, we'll probably notice that as a council meeting, because there may be more than 2 of you present at the meeting.
Okay.
So I've talked to Becky about that.
Okay, great, thank you.
You read my mind, Jason. I was going to ask you, or ask Jenica to do that, actually. I do have one question. Jenica, do you know what the status is of our liquor by the drink ordinance, so we can get that ball rolling?
I believe that we're still working with the attorney to figure out, to draft that ordinance.
I was going to ask Becky, but I don't see her here.
Yeah, so we're still, it's definitely, first and foremost, but we wanted Mayor Hutchison to be able to get in office and be able to discuss things with the attorney and the mayor. It's not a quick process. As much as we want it to be fast, it's not a quick process.
Okay, thank you. I guess we adjourn. Thank you.
If you'd like to, I'm happy to go back to